ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಸರ್?
ಜಯನಗರ್ ಸರ್.
ಜಯನಗರ. ಓಕೆ.
ಹೌದು. ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ನಂದು?
ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಸೊ ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್? ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
Definitely sir. Just I will welcome the gathering and I will introduce sir. Then you can start your lecture sir.
ಸರ್ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಅದು ಇದನ್ನ ಅವ್ರು ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾಗ ಸರ್?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, we are host. I am doing sir. Myself and Sanat Kumar we are doing.
Sir, you carry on with your presentation, sir.
Okay, just 1 minute. I'll finish up.
Sir, please disable the annotation, sir. Vijayraj sir.
Yes sir.
Please disable the annotation for others.
Disable.
View option. It will be in view option. Top.
Okay. Stop video.
Disable annote for others. Or participant something will be there.
Okay.
Yeah, now it is there. Okay, fine. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Another 2-3 minutes is there. We'll wait.
Okay, sir. 1 minute is there, sir.
1 minute at least, because admission you have to do. Admit. Our engineers are keep joining. Sharp 4.
Already 16 members are there, sir.
So we'll start. Once the speaker comes.
Yeah.
How was the camp today?
Going on, sir.
Director sir, today he has arranged a blood camp at NCET.
Okay.
170 units.
He's little busy with that activity. Meanwhile, he came here. Sir, Kalbavi sir ಒಂದು ರೆಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಸರ್, ಇನ್ನು ಕಳಿಸಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಸರ್.
ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್ ಕಲ್ಬಾವಿಗೆ.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ನಾನು 2-3 ಸಲ ರಿಮೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ.
ಫೋಟೋನು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
You can do that admission. All are present here. I am very happy and honored to welcome all the August gathering for the 22nd lecture.
ಸರ್ ನನಗೆ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
22nd lecture on Masters Trainers Training Program on Construction Management and Engineering Economics. And I'm very happy to share, this is the 22nd lecture. 13 lectures we completed offline, and this is the 9th lecture going on online. This is a 52 days program, as upskilling program, just to give the 360-degree information required for construction management, construction industry engineers. This is just for the information of our guests and also other participants today join. I'm very happy and honored to welcome all the August gathering to this lecture series. And also the topic today, Engineer Vijayraj sir is going to discuss on green buildings. See, the green building is an upcoming area in the construction industry. See, what is meant by green building, how to design green building, what are the various types of ratings are there. So already many buildings are there, already sir has shown in the picture also. The net energy zero building, what is the meaning of energy efficient, water efficient, wastewater, recycle, all this concept. Sir is going to explain in detail with respect to green buildings. Whenever the opportunity comes, all engineers must take care of the designing the green buildings just to save our Mother Earth. I will not take much. I welcome today's speaker of the day, Engineer Vijayraj sir, and I welcome you, sir, on behalf of the center, on behalf of my director and my own behalf. I welcome you for this series of lectures. And also thank you very much, sir, for accepting our invitation and sparing our valuable time with us. And also you are the expert in this area. We wish to have more information from you for the benefit of our Nirmiti Kendra engineers. 50% of the participants are Nirmiti Kendra engineers, and some of our CMTI trainees, and all our final year MTech and BTech students, and also other engineering community, and also the research scholars are there. I welcome the director, sir, Srinivas Kulkarni, sir, for this series lecture. Thank you for your support, sir. And also I welcome all the faculty members, Karnik engineers, and all the students community who are all shown interest to learn many things on green building. I welcome you, all of you, once again. Before going to the talk on the green building, just brief introduction about our today's speaker. Engineer Vijayraj sir. See, Engineer Vijayraj sir is a very rich experience of 2 decades of experience. He is a rainwater harvesting consultant and also implementer. He is an authority in many areas. Just to mention few, one is rooftop rainwater harvesting, borewell recharging, groundwater recharging, open well recharge, solving waterlogging issues, environmental consultant, and developing a wasteland for cultivation. See, we as an engineer, civil engineer, we are going to face day to day all these things. So we must concentrate on all the expert lecture going to address on some of the issues in later also. And also the sir is having a rich experience of almost 20 years, and just to is currently a director of Farmland Rainwater Systems. He's working as a director of Farmland Rainwater Harvesting System at office is situated at Jayanagara, and also he's doing a lot of consultancy in the area of rainwater and roof rainwater and farmland rainwater systems. And also I'm happy to share that he has trained more than 1,500 individuals for implementing of groundwater recharging as well as rooftop rainwater harvesting. Congratulations, sir, for this achievement. Speaker and also 100 webinars. He has conducted almost 100 webinars in the seminars and conferences, just promotion of rainwater harvesting. And also is implemented and has been consulted more than 246,000 rooftop rainwater harvesting as well as groundwater recharging. Very happy to note, sir. Congratulations once again, sir. And also the work for river, pond, lake regeneration, and also many companies, 100 plus companies, he has given the technology for roof water rainwater harvesting, and also as a part of many, and also have been a part of many social organizations such as Rotary, JCs, Hasiru Ratha, and many other environmental supportive organizations. And also I'm happy to share this information. Sir is going to construct a new R&D center in a 5-acre land in Andihalli, Chikkabalapur district, exclusively for the development of new technologies in the water field, sir. Advance congratulations, all the best for your future endeavors, sir. And also, sir has worked with rich experience in sustainable development. That is today, sir is going to talk about the green building. And also in his credit, lot of awards and recognitions. Just to name few, sir is a winner of President Scouts Award in the year 1986 from Gnani Jail Singh, President of India at Rashtrapati Bhavan, winner of the Best Junior JC Award. And during his resume of President Junior JC, 2 of his projects, Shelf to Shelf Toy Bank, won the Best Project Award throughout the state. And he is also a winner of prestigious Namma Bengaluru Award. Congratulations, sir, for all these awards. And also, sir is having a lot of recognition and CII Award for the most innovative water-saving product. And also, sir has awarded twice Earthcare Awards in the year 2010 and 2014. It is jointly awarded by JSW and the Times of India. And also Green Champion Award by IGBC. And also the many awards from the 100 SMEs of India. And also I'm very happy to share, sir is having 8 patents. Farmland, 8 patents in its credit. Farmland is inventor of first of its kind dual intensity rooftop rainwater harvesting filters and innovative groundwater recharging system is called as V-Wire injection well technology. Very happy and honored to have you, sir. Your rich experience will benefit all of us. We are eager to hear your lecture on green building. Thank you once again for the opportunity given to all of us. Thank you once again, sir. So now
Thank you.
I request you to take over the session, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Venkatesh Babu sir, for a brief introduction. Today we are going to talk about green buildings. Bangalore people have started US today claims that it has got the highest green buildings.
Sanath, please take care of the mute.
Yeah, I have muted, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So today, world over, people are talking about green buildings. For India, green building is not very new. today world, US tell that we are the most environmental friendly buildings we are constructing. We are totally green. We are saving the nature. We are gelling with the nature and using all the natural resources. But in India, if you see any of our ancient buildings, they are most green building to be done. All that what we are talking today, or US is talking, or any other country is talking and pointing out fingers to us, we knew this thousands of years back. You take any of our ancient buildings, they are pretty green building. You take any of our temples, beautiful temples we have, the beautiful structures we have, historic structures which have been built, all are green building. What is green building for India? To talk about green building, see, we have got our Vastu Shastra. What is Vastu Shastra? Vastu Shastra is art of happy living. To make your home a affordable, happy place to live in. If you see in Vastu Shastra, each and every element, the Panchabhutas of our body, which we are made up of, all the human beings, all this world totally is made up of the Panchabhutas. So all these Panchabhutas, is given a place, proper place in it, like the water, the wind, and everything. If you take how much detailed knowledge our forefathers had about building a beautiful green building, you cannot imagine. If you go deep into the Vastu Shastra, each and everything is so meticulously planned. You should have your entrance possible means in case it's possible to have it in the northeast, and opposite to the Vayu Mula, we should have Agni Mula. Why? It was so much planned that because of the looking at the wind movements in India in the different seasons, they had where the window should be kept, where the door should be there, where the outlet should be there, where the toilet should be built. This played a very vital role. Green building concept, like having Vastu and putting that as nothing but a green building. Here, now that we have given it a fancy name by telling them a green building, but if you take any of our old houses, they were all green buildings. You take our old courtyard houses, what are they? They're such a wonderful green buildings. You have a beautiful open courtyard in the center, which has got ample of light, air, sunlight, everything coming inside, and then all the rooms are surrounding that courtyard. What a beautiful concept we had. And today people are talking to us about green building. Our knowledge was far, far, far better and superior compared to any of these, so-called fancy terms which have been used today. So coming to the green building concept today, because we have forgotten our ancestral knowledge, so it is obvious that people from outside comes and people have written books about green building today and from the outside, and today we have been adopting green buildings. But yes, green building is the order of the day. Today world is suffering so much because ad hoc buildings we are building the buildings which require so much of air cooling, ACs and all, which are emitting lot of carbon to the atmosphere. The carbon footprint of the today's buildings is so very high, which is affecting the atmosphere. We are seeing the climatic changes. We have seen the unprecedented rains, unprecedented temperature this year. Every records are being broken in a wrong way. Why is this happening? Because we have never thought to be with the nature. What is green building? Green building is to be with the nature, nothing more than that. This is not a rocket science. As I told you earlier, if you learn Vastu Shastra not in the terms of some Vastu Shastra persons who are making money by telling nonsense things, not that. If you really learn Vastu Shastra as a science to understand what is Vastu Shastra, where is Agni Mule, why is Vayu Mule, and why it is both have to be opposite, where has to be Kuber Mule, and what is the reason for it. If you start reasoning for that everything, why is that they say ki you should have water on your right side the entrance. Now people say just because it is there in the Vastu, they keep some bottles filled with water in the corner at the entrance. That is not the thing. Every aspects of a green building or of a Vastu also had a meaning to it. So coming to the green buildings today, it is the need of the hour. We need to have the houses which gives us the comfort of living, the offices which are have got an atmosphere, cordial atmosphere and a conductive atmosphere, so that there is a lot of productivity happens. We say no vastu chanagidre maneli lakshmi bartale anta. That is the common terminologies. Everybody ನಿಂದು ಮನೆ ವಾಸ್ತು ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕಣ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಏಳಿಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ವಾಸ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಸ್ತು is nothing but when you are happy in a house, when you are happy, then you are peace at mind. When you are peace at mind, you can think positively, you can think lot of new ideas can come. Then there is a growth. If you are suffering, if you don't have got good quality of the air inside the house, you have got a toilet which is against the wind blowing. So what happens is when the wind blowing, it is carrying all the foul smell into your house. So it gives one kind of there is no peace of mind. When you are not at peace of mind, then how the things, positive things will come to you. So that is very important. Where to have what. If you don't have sufficient light, and if you are switching on the lights every time, we are losing Lakshmi. If you have to switch on the fan 24/7, you're losing Lakshmi. So it is very right. If you don't have a proper vastu, Lakshmi will not come. It is not that it will not come, we will lose it. By having lot of AC, putting glass facade in the western side or the eastern side. If you put a glass facade, 100% there is warm light which is going to come, and that will create pressure on your ACs. Once it creates pressure on your ACs, it will create pressure on your pockets. You will use more electricity. Once you use more electricity, more carbon is released into the air, because to produce electricity today, how much carbon is 1 unit. To produce 1 unit of electricity, how much carbon dioxide is released into the air, because we are majorly coal based electricity production. So it is all chain linked. Each and every action of yours is chain linked. This emits carbon. Just to tell you, having one shirt extra will cost you about minimum of 1200 liters of water. So 1200 liters of water, it is not only the water, everything is extra. So anything is extra is always disaster for the nature. So it has been we had so much of knowledge. If you see our fathers, our grandparents, how much they lived in the simplicity. They were the real crusaders of the nature. They were the persons who were taking care of that. Today what we do, we build a house, we got tiles from Italy. Do we really need the tiles from Italy? Yes, it has to come. How much carbon footprint is there? How much fuel is burned to bring those tiles here? Why we are not using the local things today? Why not we are having today we have got a fancy thing of putting glasses into the facade. Whether it is really helping you, in what way? In the name of beautification, how much carbon footprint we are losing every day. Every day's cost of living goes up. So this is how to have a green building today. It is very, very necessary. And to safeguard the nature, to create a conducive atmosphere for everybody to live happily. Today, green building should be the order of the day. And coming days, each and every building will be green building. Today, we are giving certificates for the people to appreciate them. Oh, yes, yours is a green building, gold rated. Yours is a green building, platinum rated. But in the future days to come, for the young engineers who are with us today, let me tell you, friends, in the coming days, green building will not be a choice. It is must. It will be a must. You'll have to be, whenever you are planning for a building, you'll have to plan for a green building. So this was the first green building platinum. What you are seeing on the screen was the first green building rated was the Saurabhji Godrej Green Business Center at Hyderabad, and this was a very net zero building. Today we are talking, of the net zero building wherein you don't take any of the electricity from the grid, or you take the electricity from the grid, but you also produce so much of electricity that you give back the electricity to the grid, and the net effect is zero. So you're not taking any electricity, you're producing your own electricity by having windmills or solar panels. Net zero water. You must be thinking what we are talking about, net zero water. Net zero water is also in the same way that whatever the amount of the water you are taking, consuming is measured, and the same amount of the water you do rainwater harvesting, grey water reuse, then groundwater recharging. So all these things put together, either you become net zero or net positive. People today are talking, above net zero. They say our campus should be net positive. We should be positive. We should be contributing more to the Mother Earth than whatever we have been receiving. And in the same way, in the lighting front, electricity, water, air, everything. So, what is green buildings? Green building enables us to have the sustainable building for everybody and a beautiful environment for all. That is the main concept, to enable a sustainable buildings and which are environment friendly to all, not only to me but to my surrounding. Whether my building what I have built is environmental friendly for my surrounding areas also, the flora, the fauna, the animals, the insects around, everything, whether it is really helping them. So India will be one of the global leaders. We will be going back to the roots. It's very good. This one surveys have been done, which tells that by 2025, India will be the one of the global leaders in having green buildings. So there are too many certification. IGBC, Indian Green Building Council, is one of the pioneer organization which certifies the green building. There are certain laid up formulas or certain laid up guidelines which you have to follow during the planning stage, and so that we can have a green building. We can get these certificates. Today people place these certificates with a pride in the frontage of their buildings and call themselves in their brochures or in this one. They will mention it highlighted. We are platinum rated building. It has become such a fancy word today. To have a green building, to a platinum rated or gold rated building is such a fancy thing. It is like a certificate, of merit. So much it is viewed at. Today, to make the green building or to make the Mother Earth green, or to reduce our carbon footprint, to bring back the Mother Earth back to the normal where people can live happily, where we have got good earth, good air to breathe, good water to drink, ample of light is available. Today you see with the kind of the building structures, so many people, so many diseases are coming up. The vitamin D deficiency, which was never heard in my childhood days, today it is rampant. Even a small child is suffering from vitamin D deficiency. So there is a lot of things. Your well-being or your healthy lifestyle has got a lot of things to do with the buildings you are living. Today we are always in the AC. We feel so happy to send our children to a beautiful campus which are totally covered with the glass and looking beautiful, and inside it is totally centralized AC. Whether centralized AC is good, this one, whether the what is the indoor air quality today? For a person to be productive, you should be breathe good air. The amount of the oxygen should be there. Then only your brain cells will start working. They will trigger. So a good air quality is one of the important criteria also. To maintain very good air quality. It is not that just by keeping the air cooled. If you are not having a proper aeration system, if you don't have what proper, I'll come to the detailing of that in the future. So here everybody will have to join hands to make this thing happen. Architects will have to plan the green building, the consultants, the students, government, developers, publics, and even the manufacturers. It is not that I only build green building, but I should be able to get green products also. Those products which are consuming less carbon dioxide, which are releasing less carbon dioxide, which are environmental friendly. So the persons who are building the building should be able to select those products. They should be able to give good marks for them. We should be able to buy 5-star rated electrical fittings which consumes less electricity. So all these things, today you see even ACs or any equipments you take has got a star rating, electrical equipments. So like that everywhere it should be there. That is what is the need of the hour today. Even when you are buying a water bottle, it should have a star which should tell that the manufacturer has adopted the best practices for the environment. He has seen that he is not dumping his waste somewhere else. You make a beautiful bottle, and sell it, but the waste generated he is dumping in somebody's courtyard, which is affecting the nature. The waste he generates, dumps it in the river, ponds, and that is not good practice. Just making your building safe, your building good is not the thing. It has to gel with the total atmosphere. In 2000, when this green building thought process was there, so 2001 we had only one building of 20,000 square feet. Today at 2022, there are more than 7,600 green buildings, bigger buildings. I'm talking of all the bigger projects, and 8.18 billion square feet of roof area has been adopted IGBC. These are the rated building. It is not necessary that there are these green buildings. There will be thousand more, thousand and lakhs to more square feet of roof areas which are green building, but they were not opted for the ratings. They wouldn't have opted for the ratings. Today the green building has gone such a big way that not only the green buildings, green factories, green offices, green township, whole of the township they are planning to get green cities and the green villages. So the whole vision is getting we have getting into a broader vision, and people are seeing the benefits of the green building, the amount of their money which they are investing, how the return of investment is water, in their maintenance bill, and increasing the production level of a person. Your employees is also one of the important factor. When will your employee retain? When he is happy? How do you keep him happy? Your company, how do you keep your atmosphere of your company happy? By giving him good air, good water, good sunlight, and a beautiful conducive atmosphere, beautiful garden which is neutralizing your carbon emits. Everything is important today. Even having one pot is somewhere you are contributing for reducing your carbon footprint. You are absorbing their carbon. Today, planting even one tree helps you so much in reducing your your carbon footprint, helping to conserve the soil, helping to, so how many of us as an individual level also are planning in that way? How many of us, whenever because as engineers, with all my engineering friends here today, how many of us have sincerely by heart given a thought, ನಾನು ಇದೊಂದು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಥವಾ ನಾನು ಇದೊಂದು ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಇದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟಲಿ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ ಗುಣಗಳು ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೆಯಾ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರೋ ಕಸದ ರಾಶಿಗಳನ್ನ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಡೆಬ್ರೀಸ್ ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಬಿಸಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, am I even taking care of that to the last? This one also, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಇಂದ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಫುಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್, ಅಂತ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ನನ್ನ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲೇ ನಾನು ತಗೋಬೋದಾಗಿತ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಕಡಪಕಲ್ಲು, ನನ್ನ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಗ್ರಾನೈಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಅದನ್ನೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ, ಅಥವಾ ನಾನು ಇಟಾಲಿಯಿಂದ ಬರೋ ಮಾರ್ಬಲ್ಗಳನ್ನ ವೆದರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್, ವೆದರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ the materials which are coming from far away. So all these things we have to be very conscious. I will call it anything doing in a green building is nothing. May I request everybody to mute, please. It will be disturbing others. So, admin sir, can you please
Yeah.
mute everybody? Thank you. So that is what we will have to all think about it. So whenever you are planning as an architect and engineering, my friends, you'll have to think, whether it is going to help the nature, whether where I'm forming something green, when I'm putting a facade, whether I'm whether it is the north or east side, and
Vishwanath?
light and heat. So at the night we have to cool that. Generally, the
Vishwanath?
Sir,
And don't admit
whether I do
anybody. Don't
that is
admit
very
anybody.
important.
Yeah,
Now,
don't
what
admit.
happens?
Yeah. Okay. So please continue, sir.
sir, unmute yourself, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, madam. Thank you. What is a green building definition? So just to put you in a very simple terms, I don't want to make it very complicated. You're engineers, so you know better. So buildings which consume less water, which optimizes the energy efficiency, which conserves the natural resources, which generate less waste. Even the building which generate less waste, which provides a healthier space for the people as compared to the other conventional buildings. This is very, very important. This is like, ಒಂದು ಮಂತ್ರ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಮಂತ್ರಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಳವಡಿಕೆ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಅದನ್ನ ಟಿಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಅಗೇನ್ ಐ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎನಿ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್. ಬರೀ ಮನೆ ಕಟ್ಟೋದೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ರೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ, ಏನೇ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ, ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಫ್ಯೂ ಮಂತ್ರಾಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು look into it and tick, whether this is consuming less water, whether it is optimizing the energy efficiency, whether it will conserve the natural resources, whether it will generate less waste, whether it will provide a healthier space for the people as compared to the conventional buildings. If we look at these simple things, you yourself are building a beautiful green building. You don't need any certification. You can self-certify whether I have built a green building or not. So, as I was told you in my beginning of this one, a green building, we have to rediscover our Indian, all whatever we were there in our mythology or our Vedas, Puranas, everywhere it is very beautifully mentioned. We worship all the 5 elements of the nature, the Panchabhutas. The Prithvi, which is the earth, the Jal, the water, the Agni, which is the energy, the Vayu, which is the air, and Akash, which is the sky. Now, when we are having sustainable sites, is the Prithvi, to have a sustainable site. That site which is not blocking your Rajkalways, that site which is not coming in the view of this one, when there is a air movement, that sites which is not really cutting into the forests and building beautiful buildings and selling all these forest areas. And then when you are building a house, it should be water efficient, wherein anything you are doing with water, whether you have, when you are selecting any fittings, whether you have selected less water consuming fittings, the star rated fittings which are consuming less, whether you are using the efficient sewer system, efficient water system, when you are having designing bathrooms, whether you have seen that there is no wastage of water, whether the wastewater you are segregated grey water separately and the black water separately. Whether we are building, whether that grey water, the water which you used for your bathing and hand wash, can be reused for flushing. Why do you need a drinking quality water for flushing? Don't you think it is a crime? ಜನರಿಗೆ ಕುಡಿಯೋಕ್ಕೆ ನೀರಿಲ್ಲ ಹೊರಗಡೆ, ನಾನು just because I can afford, I'm using this drinkable quality water for my flushing. Am I not doing a crime for the society? Whether I am planning to use double system and have that grey water to at least have one more cycle of its life to be used as flushing, because if for flushing you need some water to push the yellow. You don't need some pure water which has been treated, which has been brought from thousands of kilometers, hundreds of kilometers to your house tap or your tank. We are thinking at our level, but when the water is coming from a distance, what is the kind of the power that is used to bring the water to your place, any place you are coming from? Bangalore, it comes from 108 kilometers at a height of 1000 feet. The water has to be pumped every day at 108 kilometers at 1000 feet height. Imagine the kind of the electricity that is produced, required to bring the water to people of Bangalore. And if I waste water, if I just drain out, then how much criminal waste I am doing it? Whether we are using a when we are having health commodes and all, whether I am using the dual flush system. Have I installed a dual flush system, wherein I consume less water during urination, this one, and then more water for pushing yellow? Am I done that? Am I using aerators for my taps? Have I installed meter to my house? Every means, if you have an apartment, whether each and every apartment has got a meter, so that we understand who is consuming more water. Whether I pay attention to get my every top tap which is leaking, because every drop of the tap leaking per day, it becomes about more than 22 liters. So we have to think in all this aspect, and that itself is a green building. And there are a lot of certifications which have come into the new green building. Even GRAH is giving, like existing buildings, for the new buildings also. Even the existing buildings can be turned into the green, or they may be already green also, so they can get a certification for the existing building, the new buildings, and the green interiors. Just for green interiors also today they are getting certificates. The green data centers, which consumes huge power, huge cooling, ACs and all those things. And then green homes, green affordable homes, then green residential colonies, the green factories, and the green schools also. Today, a lot of schools are going for the green certification. So these are the kind of the buildings which are growing. I'll not get too much very deep into that. In case people, any of you are interested in lot of green this one, you can surely contact me. And so these are the various kinds of the programs which have been running for the green. Even green products, today even a product is being rated as green product. That is the level we are going for. That is what is required also. Today everybody should be, if you have to make this earth a better place to live for everybody, then everybody will have to think in that level. When I am buying a product, even if it is costing me 2 rupees extra, whether I am buying a green product, that is the level of thinking we'll have to go. We'll have to be, see that we are not that much of selfish. Our forefathers have left a beautiful earth for us. I always, have told and have read it, this earth is not inherited from my forefathers. This earth is borrowed. I have borrowed it from my children's and grandchildren's. So I should leave this place better than what it was when I got it. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಚಿಕ್ಕಂದಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ನೆನ್ಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಗಿತ್ತು, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಲ್ಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ಕುಡಿತಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು. ಇವತ್ತು ಯಾರು ನಲ್ಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ತೋರಿಸಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಹಾಳು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು. In last 30 to 40 years, how much we have destroyed? I'm talking of just 30 years back, 40 years back. We used to drink water in our railway station happily. Today, I dare challenge you all. Are you ready to drink water? Can you imagine? In hotels, you are not ready to drink the water given by a person. He says filter water also. You are not ready to give. No, 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 no. He gives bottled water. How much this one we have created? ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಗಾಳಿ ಇತ್ತು. ಟುಡೇ ಗಾಳಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಸಿಲಿಂಡರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಇನ್ ಸಿಟೀಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟೆಡ್ ಚೇಂಬರ್ಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಪೇ ಟು ಗೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಗುಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್. Is it what we require? Is it what we call development? Is this the development we are looking for? Just by making building look beautiful, are we taking care of all these needs? So now, you must be asking, ki, sir, yes, fine, green building is fine, everything is fine, but whether it will require more investment or whether I'll have to spend more? No, that was a myth. Earlier, it was told that green, to make that building green, you would have to spend more. Today, it is not so. Earlier, in the beginning stages, 20 years back, probably it was difficult to get green products, or it was difficult. So then the cost would have been gone. But today, that doesn't make any of the difference at all. Hardly it may make 1 or 2% difference, which you will get it back in 1 year or 2 years of your time. And rest of your lifetime of the building, you will enjoy the fruits of having a green building. So generally in conventional building, we don't address the water needs and the energy needs. And we don't even plan where a skylight has to come, so that the light is available in a house every day. We have never thought of a skylight, or like our that katte mane, we call that totti mane. How beautiful it is. People today love the positivity you get. Why do we get positivity? Because there is a lot of energy there. Why is there energy? Because there is a lot of sunlight which is coming, a lot of light is coming, a lot of fresh air is coming. That is the positivity it is giving. As soon as you enter one katte mane, you say, oh, it gives so much of positive vibes. This is the positive vibes. So we have to plan in that way. Predominantly, we should address generally the water and the energy efficiency. But in a green building, it is taken care, because it is mandatory. So we integrate those things in the design, in the passive architecture only. During the architectural stage only, we design. We'll have light this way. We'll not have windows on the west side. We'll try to have the windows on the north, or the at least east side. And we'll allow the passage. We'll take advantage of the wind movements in India. We study the wind movement of the place and take advantage of that, and then allow the fresh air to come. In a factory or an industry or a commercial center, you try to use the natural. See, in India, we don't have got a very harsh climate. We are so much blessed with a beautiful climate. Go to Africa and see. Go to South American countries and see what is the kind of they have got a very extreme climates. In India, means highest of this one also is 45, 47 degrees, means maximum in many of the places. But means otherwise, majority of India is a very beautiful climate. So instead of going for unnecessary ACs, we use the air movements, cool the buildings. Used insulation in form of the spaces in between the bricks. I'll cover that in my later. So that if you see here, by having green buildings, you will save, because let's assume if you take air condition, for every 200 means 200 square feet also you require a ton of the AC. But you can increase this one by maintaining it at the normal temperature of 23 to 24, which is very ideal, and have it the corners properly designed so that the air movement is there, and you can reduce your energy cost by the different. You can use heat pumps, which can reduce your energy consumption. For the requirement of the heat pumps for your water and solar, you can use heat pumps. You can use water efficient materials. So how much if you take a well occupied about 2,000 3,000 seats building, You can see, okay, how much electricity demand difference between a green building and conventional building. It is phenomenal. There is a difference of phenomenal difference between a green building as well as conventional buildings. In today, India is water starved. It is a power starved country. So to have a green building is a boon because there is so much of shortage. You cannot run all of your things on the generators. Today, even fuel has become so costly to run the generators. At that point of time, if you have a green building and which is using less of these fossil fuels, which is using less of this electricity, which is using less of the water, imagine how much joy you are getting in getting back your returns on of your investment by saving the money which is required. At every this one the regular payment of the monthly bills is reduced drastically. So in electricity wise, in water, in lighting, when you are planning a green building, when you are giving efficient lighting, so that time the power required is reduced in a very drastic manner. You can see the graph here, how much difference it is really making. So it reduces the operating cost of the building. By having a green building, it will reduce the operating cost of the building and optimize the life cycle, of the building's material, the performance, the economic performance of the your different needs in the building. So you can have a sustainable savings. The saving which you are making is good for you and good for Mother Earth. That is one of the fantastic thing about green building. You are saving for your pockets also, but in turn you are saving your Mother Earth. So it's a bonus, added on benefit, tangible and intangible benefits you are getting. You're saving money, it's tangible, and you're saving nature, intangible benefit. So the energy saving can be up to more than 30%, 20 to 30% minimum. Water saving can be more than 40 to 50%. These are the baselines I'm talking. It has to be further enhanced, and lot of studies are going on now also. Lot of innovations are going on. People are thinking in a different aspects. Today you must have seen on your WhatsApp so many viral videos getting viral where people are going back to the nature, back to the Mother Earth, back to what we used to have. Yes, sir. So there are a lot of environmental benefits, and then there is lot of carbon dioxide reduction, and then there is lot of water saving. The construction waste which are diverted into the landfills, which are destroying your soil today. Today, food security of the world is at stake because you must have heard Sadhguru, who has taken 30,000 kilometers ride to educate people to save water. What is happening is the landfills from your building, the waste materials, the debris from your building, which you generate more and more, is being filled into these fertile lands or some places which is destroying that soil. If this is planned during your architecture, you could have planned for your roads. These debris could have been powdered again, the waste concretes powdered again, and can be have been reused in the different forms. For making, we could have supplied these waste concretes into your hollow bricks industries. So a lot of things can be planned. And the mud which you are removing, the waste debris you are removing, everything can be planned properly, which can be really used. So the types of the building and the average saving over the conventional buildings, this is what we are average energy saving this screen is giving you. In corporate buildings, when you have a green building, you can save about 47% of your energy savings, because all your server rooms and all those things in the conventional buildings consumes a lot of energy. There's a lot of common lighting area, there's a lot of air conditioning going on. All this can be reduced to have a proper green building. In the malls and in the homes, 27%. In the hotel industry, about 35% of your energy saving can be there. Hospital, about 33%, and educational institution can save up to 39%. 39% in their energy saving bills. It's a huge this one. Now, impact in all the certified building, what has been studied, what was the impact of getting, after having done a green building. So there is a energy saving, equivalent to 10 months of Bangalore's energy requirement, that much of those which have got green certificates, and the amount of the energy that was saved because of those green, buildings being made, the energy saving comes up to 7.83 billion units. So whole of the energy requirement for Bangalore for 10 months is saved in just 7,800 green buildings. What a wonderful saving. The water saving 24 billion liters, equivalent means we have considered, taken it into the Bangalore, this one from where I come. And the emission reduction is such a huge. So 7.2 million tons equivalent to planting 360 million trees. 360 million trees we would have required to take care and to offset this kind of emission. So imagine just your little change in your thought process saves the world from so much of destruction. The construction and demolition waste diverted from the landfills is about 2.52 million tons is saved because of having only green rated buildings. The organic waste organic waste is treated, because in a green building even the organic waste has to be treated properly. You have to treat the water, you have to treat the organic waste. So by treating so much, you are reducing so much of waste to the landfills, organic waste, and you generate value from your waste. You are using the waste to produce your food waste in the big industrial or software companies is used today to produce methane, and the that this methane is used for the running their generators or the lighting system. And the slurry which is coming is, which is very rich in the NPK value, is being today used for your gardening. You're increasing the organic farming, you're increasing the organic content of your soil, you're increasing the carbon content because you're putting this kind of green this one. So that is all the benefits you're getting. The environmental benefits you cannot measure, the kind of the direct and indirect environmental benefit. It reduces the impact on the environment, which is the need of the hour today. Whole world is talking to reduce the impact of on the environment. Health and safety benefits, I told you earlier, because when you have got a building which is beautiful, your health improves. If your health improves, you have a positive mindset. When you have a positive mindset, you think positivity, and this positivity of yours translate into the growth of the country, and the whole country grows because you have a healthy building. So you see, everything is interrelated. ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಹೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಹೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, as I told you, if the toilet is placed in a wrong side, you are having your lunch, or so that back wind comes and then you get that foul smell. Whole of your that temperament is lost. So you come to office with that bad temperament, you are not productive. So everything is related. You can just correlate and see how much it will have. When you have a beautiful, you have planted a lot of trees in your house or plants in your house, beautiful flowers. So when you are starting to the office, at the sight of the plants itself will cool you. You are mentally de-stressed. And imagine when you come to office lively, you create that positive environment, the conducive environment for the growth. So having a green building is today need, not for saving money. It is the need for a happy living, to for us, for our surrounding people, for the future generations to come, and the mother earth, and for the plants and animals too. It improves the productivity of the occupants, I told you, like that. It enhances the occupants comfort level. So reduction, we have already discussed. It will reduce your absentees in your factory or campus or your office. It will increase the retention of the employees, which is churning of the employees are happening, because you don't have a conducive or a healthy space or office space, then you lose your employees. Today, churning of employees is one of the major problems everybody are facing, because people are living and going, and again you need to find a new person, train them, and you have to make investment in their training. So there's a lot of losses companies are incurring because people are leaving. To retain the employees, your green building will play in a very vital role. 11% of your employee retention, is increased. Reduction of the absentees will increase. Once the reduction of the absentees is increased, the productivity of the company increases. If the productivity of the company increases, the profitability of the company increases. So you can see how beautiful chain links are there. Each and every act of yours in making a building green, your environmental green, helps you in improving yourself. Vastu chanagidre Lakshmi Bharat. This is the whole thing, to put you in a nutshell, which we knew it earlier. Today we have forgotten. Today, people have to come and tell, this is the percentage, this is happening, this, you do this. We knew everything. But now, again, we have to relearn the things. So it enhances the indoor air quality, which is very important. So respiratory diseases comes down, allergies and asthmas will decrease. The reduction in non-specific health and discomfort levels, which is about 20 to 50%, because of your healthy environment, decreases allergies and asthmas by 18 to 25%, and reduction in the respiratory diseases by 9 to 20%. So today we are planning to be the pioneers and the global leaders in the green building concept, and we are working from our Indian Green Building Council. We have been working in different aspects, and that is how we are trying that, even before you start this one, as soon as you do the designing stage only, we are giving them the green building, IGBC green building certification. So the pre-certification is required when you're starting. So you do your architectural design, then you get a pre-certification of the once you have taken care of all the elements like air, water, everything you have taken care in your design. So during that stage only you get that certification. So then there is a process which is involved to form a green building. As soon as the project is to be registered, and you tell, oh fine, I'm to go with a green building, because there is a lot of checking that takes place to provide you a certificate, because they they want to understand what you are going to do with your debris, from where you are going to get your materials, what is your water during the construction, what is the kind of the water you are getting, from where you are using this water. So for everything there are marks which has been points given. So everything you can see here, preliminary review by third party access. They will come and assess your building. The building audits will be done, notify the final scores by the IGBC, and the project is taken. Then the green building is being awarded a certificate. There's a lot of process involved. It is not a simple thing. Everything is very meticulously and deeply audited. It is not just giving a green certificate. A lot of recognition, like silver, gold, and platinum. One is certified for the good practices what you have been doing. Silver is the best practices, and gold is outstanding performance. Platinum is a national excellence building. So these are the various levels of the green buildings, like certified silver, gold, and platinum. You can see here, these are the plaques which have been given to the green buildings to encourage people to go there. So even as I was telling you, even the products today are green certified, like high performance glasses. When you're going for the glass for the facade or different areas, windows and all, you can take high performance glasses, fly ash blocks, so that the fly ash which would have been a hazard, or which would have gone to the landfill, today this is mixed in the cement while making the bricks, and it becomes usable. So the fly ash bricks, wall and roof insulation, so that you don't insulate the building properly, so that the heat is not coming inside, so your load on the AC is reduced. So that is how then you are using good reflective roofing materials, so which reflects the heat and the light, so that it becomes cooler. And when you are using paints, you are using low VOC paints, so that there is no harmful emission into the atmosphere, which affects the surroundings. So when you are taking adhesives, paint, sealants, you have to look for low VOC. This one. Then you have to go for certified carpets. Carpets play a very vital and very disastrous. Carpets are the highest carriers of the germs. For health hazard, carpets are one of the main reasons. So when you are going for the carpets, you can go for a certified carpets, which are easy to cleanable and which have been not been done with lot of causing lot of hazard to the nature. Then you have to go. You can go for certified woods. You can use for reused woods, compressed woods, so many things which are and then eco-friendly housekeeping chemicals. Even after you have a green building, to have eco-friendly chemicals, very important that so that you have those chemicals don't run into your sewer system and go and join your lakes and ponds and destroy them. So eco-friendly, we used to have, when we were younger days, we used to use antwala kai, the soap nut. Today we are using so much of chemicals. Why? Boothi they used to clean the utensils. Today we need soaps, soap bars. Boothi is to Boothi Sauda Sutti Boothi Irta. So everything was used. If you see, you go to your granny's house and see, nothing is a waste there. So everything is carpet. So they do so many things. That sustainability was the order of the day. ನಮ್ಮ DNA ಒಳಗಿತ್ತು. ಈ ನಾವು ಏನೇನೋ ಬೇರೆದೇನೇನೋ ಕಲ್ತ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದನ್ನು ಮರ್ತ್ಬಿಟ್ವಿ. But otherwise, as an Indian system, we had it in our DNA. Our forefather used to teach us everything. Each and everything was pro nature. Today, everything in the name of development, they have destroyed everything. So in equipment also, waterless urinals and carbon dioxide sensors, wind towers, then root zone treatments. When you are having your gardening system, you have a proper landscaping system with all these water facilities, drip irrigation, so you don't waste water. Everything is calculated, measured, so that you then, because unless you measure, you will not be able to control it. They say whatever is measured, that only can be controlled. So everything should be measured. The amount of the water, the amount of the light, the amount of the the chemicals you have been using. If you can measure it, then you have indicators, and you can always save it. So you can always access how today also you can yourself certify your house. How green is your house? How much, whether you need lighting during the day, then it is a wrong, no? So then you have to think, okay, fine, where I can add a window so that light will come and I need not use the. So everybody who are there today, please certify yourself for your house. How green is your house? How much water you are saving? ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದಾರು ಲೀಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ನಾವೇನಾದ್ರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆ ನಲ್ಲಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಏರಿಯೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ? ಲೈಟ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ? ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಗಾಳಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ? ರಾತ್ರಿ ಹೊತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಮಲಗಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆ ರೂಮಿಗೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ವೆಂಟಿಲೇಷನ್ ಇದೆಯೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ? Are your toilets properly ventilated? Your house is properly ventilated? Whether you are having a window in the wind movement side. ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಕಡೆ ನಾವು ಇಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಚಂದ ಕಾಣಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು we have installed one window. Whether that window is really helping you out or it's just giving beauty to your house. Now window is meant to give you proper light and air. Whether it really is serving the purpose. Whether you have that window in your wind movement pattern, so that good wind comes in your house and bad, it pushes out bad wind outside. Sorry. So like that you can have your house certified. You yourself certify whether that water, air, the Panchabhutas, and think whether everything is right in your house. That is how you can evaluate your house And today means even the schools, and as I told you, each and every project can be thought. There are more than today 700 products which have been certified as a green products, in all aspects. 55 companies. See, even carrying your own bottle is also a step towards your green, because you carry your own water, carry it in bottles, instead of buying, because every liter of RO water you're using, 1 liter of RO water is 4 liters of water. So do you really need RO water for your water what you are getting from your municipalities? No, you just need, even if you are scared, you can just have some UV treatment or some filtration. Why RO? It is only because today everybody talks of RO. Why? Because it is only advertisement and marketing gimmick. You have been scared. But believe me, my friends, from last, I'm sitting in front of you without any RO or without any filter in my house. I am using direct Kaveri water with some treatment using silver, pure silver, some silver plate in my storage, this one, and in my pot, earthen pot, some silver thing. I'm sitting, by grace of God, none of us had any infection of COVID or anybody in my family, and everybody in my family, me, my brothers, everybody, we use only this, and we're surviving sitting in front of you. So, it's just the main mindset. Do we really require RO? And if RO, do we require? Okay, fine. RO is fine. We are getting bad water. Do we require the water up to 30 TDS? At least TDS till 500 it's allowed by World Health Organization, but the TDS level should be at least 150, so that we don't waste so much of water and we need not spend too much of changing of the cartridges very frequently. So coming back to this one, so to we can have carbon dioxide sensors in your in case you have got a lot of big establishment. So CO2 sensors can be there, so that the fresh airs can be allowed. Certified wood, high performance glasses, solar, you can use waterless urinals. So this will give you how much, as a cost wise also, if you think, how much now, because of the demand, the cost has come down. A carbon dioxide sensor would have costed 50,000 rupees per unit. So today it's costing less than 20,000 rupees. Certified wood used to come at 2,500 per cubic feet. Today it is coming less than 1,600 feet. High performance glasses were 500 rupees square feet. Then today, in spite of the price rise and all, a good performance glasses is 350 rupees. So like that, in solar panel for 1 kilowatt, earlier it used to cost about 3 lakh rupees. Today is less than 50,000 rupees for 1 kilowatt of solar paneling. And also because people are conscious and using today, even the prices are come down, because if you can manufacture in a big numbers, the prices, the cost comes down. Waterless urinals were earlier about 15,000. Today, waterless urinals are available at 6,000 rupees. So this is how the different ratings have been allowed. If you take major companies like Godrej, ITC, Wipro, and majority of the companies, they have taken the different platinum rated certificates, and their cost, it is like, what was the cost increase and what is the payback period. Like, you must be telling, if I'm using this, the cost will increase. Today, when we did first green building, it would have costed us, about 18% more in the cost in making a building green. So in 7 years, they received all the money back. Now, whatever the extra 18% you had invested to make your building green in the year 2001 was received back in 7 years. Now, if you see that today, day by day, the investment of making the building green is coming down. Today, it is hardly 2%, 1 or 2% extra than your normal cost. And that 2% comes back in 1 or 2 years, and rest of your lifetime it is an added on bonus. It is giving you positive, it is giving you payback, which is extra than the conventional building. So this is how the cost. slowly is decreasing down, and in the coming years there will be no difference between the green building as well as the conventional building, because there would be no choice for us. We'll have to go for the green buildings. And today green building is at very infant stage, so anybody who qualifies for the green building, this one will be having a edge. So I request all my engineer friends, kindly get yourself qualified for the green building. This one, understand that that will help you in getting your customers happy, making your customers happy. So these are the different rating systems available. You can pass the examination as a IGBC certified. This one, so you can advise people to have the green buildings. It's one of the good, business opportunity also, to be a certified business advisor, green building advisor also. So these are the things when you're planning fans, when you're planning lighting, how you have to reduce it by how you can reduce it. When you're doing your building, how you can insulate your building from the heat. When you're using a glazing glass, you can use UV U value, ultraviolet glazing. This one, overall, this one you can use. These are the heating system which you can use in case you are in the industry. You can use heat pumps to take the atmospheric heat and convert it to the heat and then reduce your heating cost. So when you are using pumping system, use highly efficient, the 5 rated or star rated pumping system. So this will help. See, when you are planning in this one, how much you have helped in reducing the ozone depleting, and the minimum energy efficiency commissioning plan for your building. These are the points which are given during the calculation of the your green building certification. How much is eco-friendly refrigerants you are used, how much you have got enhanced energy efficiency, on-site renewable energies, how much you have installed on-site, off-site renewable energies. Like, if you have, if you require some amount of energy in your building, one is you can have it on your building, or if your energy requirement is more, you can take some form in, what today is being done in Sira and all those areas. You take some form and you build, your energy system, and you provide that to grid, and you take but net zero billing. So that's why all these points are really taken care to give you the total when you are doing certification. When they come for certification, all these things are minutely looked, and then they give the points for you to get your building certified. For even for your waste, where you are throwing your maintenance of temperature, whether you are maintaining it only 24 degrees, because that is the ideal, the comfortable living, where the building should not be very cold also. By making building too cold, it causes a lot of health hazards also, and you are losing a lot of energy also. And whether the building is over occupied, whether the building is properly occupied. Have you wasted the space? Like if there is a room wherein you could have established about 8 tables, so, or instead of that you have wasted the space in putting the tables, so that is cost more, because you will have to light up one more room. If you had put proper cubicles, proper designing is done, and you make the people sit properly by utilizing all the space, then you don't need. And let's see, while putting, like example, like putting your toilets and utility things, you could have put them in the west side, because they don't require AC. So those areas. So instead, if you put it, toilets and in the middle of your area where you are working, then these have to be also cooled. So you are losing their temperature over there, because they have been always used. When you are using exhaust, you need to exhaust to throw away the foul smell. So these can be properly planned and put it in a area where these are towards the west, because when there is a temperature happening there, at least they are taken care. From the outside, if you get a lot of temperature. So, and coming back to the energy efficient building, So I'm running out of rushing it through this because I can answer your questions, because instead of me talking continuously, I would love to
Yes, sir.
take questions. So you can use all those things like wall glazing, shading. If you have got windows at the west side or the south side, you can put it proper shading to that. Like that, different things you can use that. And how are you giving the exposures to minimize the exposures on west and southern facade, and buffer the south and the western with spaces like restroom and utility rooms, as I was telling you. So you can see wherever you want to choose of the placing the windows should be north and the east side, not on the west and the south side. So this is how you can properly plan, design. And when you are using glass facades, you should see that you have two. This one, there is a proper of air in between the two. This one, so that proper insulation is taken place. So that is how. But you should not put this kind of glass this one on the western and the southern side. So we have to look into that. How much glazing you have to give, how much percentage, everything has to be minutely calculated. Like whether the heat is getting ingressed because of you are putting a lot of glasses into that. High performance glasses can be used with low U value. So that is how, when you are making RCC walls, what you can do is you can enrich that. There is reflective coatings and the reflective kind of the materials used on your rooftop. And when you are having walls, you can have these kind of the bricks which with the air cavity, the hollow blocks, the fly ash bricks, autoclaved, this one aerated concrete blocks. This will help in insulating your building from outside, both during winter as well as summer also, both. Because during winter the cold will not come in much, and during summers the heat will not come in. So this will really help you when you are building this one also. During your bricks also, you can see that you can give proper insulation in between the bricks. So here I have told you, when you're going for air conditions, then the painting, heat recovery wheels, all those things. Daylight come dimmer, both are required. Even if there is lot of light also, it is not good. So proper planning has to be done. Proper with the meters you have to measure how much lighting where you are getting, and properly it can be designed. I'll not go detailed into this. This I will explain to you. So as I told you, we'll have to take care of, once again I repeat you, the smell, the taste, that is the water, the smell, that is the earth, the sight, that is the fire, the touch, that is the air, and the sound. Even we have to see that if there is lot, if your building is in a very lot of marketplace, you should see that the sound doesn't enter to your building. The proper soundproofing, using the window planes and all those things. So we have to plan all those things, which will really enhance the quality of the life. Today, lot of governments have come forward to give benefits for having green building. In addition to the 4 places, 15%, the government of Rajasthan gives faster environmental clearance if you are a green building. Government of Punjab, government of Uttar Pradesh, if you are applying for a green building, then your certifications, then your licenses are faster, given faster. So all these things, government also today are talking. Even your prime minister have been talking about the green buildings, and there are a lot of initiatives and incentives being given by the government for making the green building. So this is how we do. We have to live, learn, work, and shop. So everywhere we have to see that we are applying green. So during our travel also today, because of the Zoom meeting, how much we are saving today. Otherwise people would have to travel for these kind of meetings. Today, because of the technology interventions, today we are not traveling, so we are saving on the carbon footprint. we are living in a green building. So everywhere, the best way to predict the future is to design it. How our predict, just to know how our future will be, we have to design it. As we design it, our future will be. It's in a very beautifully said by Buckminster. Thank you so much. I hope you can see how beautiful by the waste you can create beauty and wealth. Thank you so much.
So thank you, sir. Highly informative and thought-provoking information you have shared to all of us. I hope all our participants also will agree, because every day we are thinking green building is something different. Now you are given, it is very easy to acquire and easy to implement, and what is the advantages, disadvantages. And thank you once again on behalf of participants for sharing your valuable experience and information. Definitely, Lashuri, on behalf of Nirmiti Kendra engineers, at least they can take something from this lecture and try to implement at their places, because you are all BE civil minimum qualification and many diploma BE civil engineers participated. As engineers, you should have a commitment towards the society, and sustainable construction is the need of the hour. See, actually, I have only one question, sir, as a participant. Sir, actually, Bangalore, see, why still the treated water cannot be given connection to the tap? See, actually, the treated water is going as a waste now, because a lot of, I think, the 750 mld water has been treated. Only minimum use, except I visited Kabban Park, and only L&T is buying for construction activities, and they are using for some green, that is a parking or air conditioning. Why we cannot make compulsory ward-wise recycle, reuse, reconnect? We should connect that wastewater as a flushing only, sir. You are rightly mentioned. See, we are not taught all those things till date. Here, I am staying in Koramangala. The treated water also only we are using for flushing also. Now I feel very guilty for this, sir. Actually, you are rightly pointed out. I don't know how to solve this issue. Still, mind is blogging. How to overcome this problem? What is the answer for?
See, one thing is today the treated water from Bangalore, which is about 850 mld, is
Yes,
being
sir.
supplied to neighboring places
Yes,
like
sir.
Kolar, Kanakpura, Chalkere, Chikkaballapur, and all those things, and the tanks have been filled, and they are allowing the water to percolate and rejuvenating the dried borewells and the water bodies over there. One. Second, as you rightly pointed out, even the STPs we talk, STP should not be planned according to the. We should separate today grey water and the black water,
Yes,
because
sir.
grey water to the black water, then your STP capacity has to be more. So what
Yes,
we are
sir.
telling is grey water, your bathing and hand wash water, use it for flushing,
Yes,
which
sir.
requires treatment, and then it can goes to the STP and get treated. In Singapore, you will be very surprised to believe, as you rightly pointed out, why we are not using, that is because of the mental block. In Singapore, they call it as new water, and even the Prime Minister has drank that water, sewage treated water, into drinking. If anybody of my engineer friend, if you have gone to Singapore, if you have drank water, my friends, you have drank the new water, the sewer treated water. At the end of the day, one thing we have to understand is water is washable.
Yes, sir.
Any water on the earth can be washed. So, there should not be any apprehension, because we don't know what is the kind of the water we are getting from Kaveri. If you see the Nayandarli lake, there is one Nala which is going. It is a tributary of Kaveri called Rishabhavati.
Vishwavati.
Tributary of the Kaveri, imagine the kind of the water that is coming to us, just because it is not in front of our eyes, we think everything is nice. But as you rightly said, when you are building a house, small house also, if you can plan up in a grey water collection chambers and use it for flushing, that would be great help, because every day 40 liters of water is just required for your flushing.
Flushing.
35 liters, 40 liters is flushing. Imagine if you would have saved that much, how much your water bill would have come down, and how much you would have saved. At the end of the day, it is the peace of giving. I may leave crores of rupees for my children, and tomorrow, if there is no good water, if there is no good air, what is the fun of my crores of rupees? If lot of civilization, if you study history, will come to know that lot of flourish civilization have been vanished because they didn't care for the nature.
Yes, sir.
And what happened to us? Nature knows how to level. People have destroyed lakes and built lake view apartments, and today nature has given them back and again made them to lake, and they are in the lake today. That is what we have seen in Bangalore in last 15-20 days. So we know nature is the best leveler. If we don't respect it, it will know how to level. Better we respect. And my only request to all the engineers here with folded hand is kindly do an audit at your house and see, as an engineer, what is the value addition you have given to your house or your neighborhood, and what is the value you can add, because you are the nation builders today. As an engineers, you are the nation builders. You have got a big responsibility on you to build a better nation. So, with my folded hands, I kindly see that whatever you do, even a single plan you do, every day you are planning so many things. Kindly see that lot of elements of nature are put into it. When you are getting materials, see that or am I using the local material? Kadapa ka lakmiti, can't I do this? Whether I really need tiles from Gujarat, is it that necessary? There we can use what? Why can't we use bricks which have been made? And when I'm making balls, can I have insulation? Can I have mouse trap bricks to be used? So many things. When I'm using ACs, whether my top of the house is properly, you have got reflective coating done. Simple things, but the interest you should evolve. Thank you, friends.
Thank you, sir. I request any participant have any queries, please interact with the speaker. Director, sir. Kulkarni, sir. Sir, you are rightly mentioned, sir. Definitely, on behalf of the participant, I'll assure you, all the participants has to carry some message, and you have to do as a self-study from your house. You start from your point. Yes, sir.
Yes, I request you to ban plastic bottles and ask them to carry their own bottle.
Glass
Don't
bottles.
give them water, sir, please.
Yes, sir. Any other questions?
Hello, sir. My name is Kaushik, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir,
Please
is there any
introduce
document?
yourself. Please introduce yourself. Hello.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. My name is Kaushik, sir.
Huh?
Lalit Kaushik.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, is there any document for which you have said in some direction we should be using windows and door entrance and utility area?
Yeah. Kind means we can share you a lot of documents for this, and I'll share it with Venkatesh sir on this presentation also. And kindly study your own, Vastu Shastra. Vastu Shastra, not in pretext of making money, Lakshmi idaktare adu yogate alla. Vastu Shastra, the art of building house, the art of good living in a house. Study that, you will understand. Very beautifully written in those days. Where is window, where is this, where is your toilet, why Kuberamule, why it is in this angle, why it not here. Very beautifully, you should read it. As Indians, we should feel proud that immense knowledge we have, immense knowledge. World is benefited from our Indian knowledge. We have forgotten it today. We need to go back to our roots. What a knowledge we had in water, what a knowledge we had it in air. Go and see our Bangalore Hyderabad Vaisala temples. They are always 2 to 3 degree, lesser inside. You should see how beautifully done and what kind of meticulous planning. Only for that, everything you see, you should give a reasoning. Once you start reasoning, you will understand, where, what, why it is cooler. We go. How many of us have gone to so many temples? Did we observe? ಹೋಗಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ತಣ್ಣಗಿದೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಟೆಂಪಲ್. ನಾವು ಯಾಕೆ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಾ? ಯಾಕೆ ತಣ್ಣಗಿದೆ? ಯಾಕೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಿಸಿ ಇದೆ? ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಬಿಸಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? ಟೆಂಪಲ್ ಯಾಕೆ ತಣ್ಣಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಏನಿದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಚೇಂಜ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ರೀಸನಿಂಗ್. ಒಂದು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನದ ಹತ್ರ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾಕಿತ್ತು? ಏನ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅದರದ್ದು? ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್, if you start reasoning, then you go to Taj Mahal. What beautifully, how the cross ventilation is beautifully designed. In the design, in the beautification also, they have done so much of science has been done. How it is so much of cool, like that.
Sir, just to add answer to the participant, I attended one workshop in 1987 from Pune College of Engineering. There is a best building drawing book available till date. It has not been replaced. Shah, Kale and Patki. It is a 3-author book. Still, that is the best book on building drawing. If you see the first chapter itself, how much orientation with respect to north line, how to position your building, what is the percentage of windows you have to keep, 8 to 10% of floor area. All the rules are available. Even what are the colors you have to select for building painting. It is available in all the bookstalls. You can just buy that. There is a best author. Yeah, I have attended a 3 days workshop, I think in 1988, sir. Thank you, sir. And also, any other questions? Hello? Thank you very much, sir. Thank you once again from on behalf of all of us participants for spending your valuable time. Definitely, I will come and discuss once again because this is only an upskilling program. Just we are giving some inputs. Then we can do a lot of studies in that. We need your support and all these things. We will meet from our center, sir. On behalf of our center and on behalf of all participants, thank you very much, sir, for spending your valuable time and sharing a lot of inputs to us. Definitely, at least few engineers may take and implement it in life because you have to experiment because your career is long way to go. Many are ventured now only. See, actually, your contribution to society is very, very important. Sir clearly mentioned the Panchabhutas. See, because all our survival, these are all required for us. Therefore, not only for our generation and also next future generation. Therefore, it is a responsibility of all of us to protect the Mother Earth first. Then all other ingredients automatically will come to us. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your nice presentation. Thank you once again to all of you. And also, I request all the participants and fill the Google form shared by Sanat Kumar for the certification and the attendance purpose. Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you,
So,
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Director, sir.
Sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you once again to all of you.
Okay.
And request participant to give your feedback for it is required for the documentation and also to improve the programs. Sanat, any questions from chat box?
Is there 1 or 2 questions, sir?
Okay.
One question is Bangalore is losing many projects like manufacturing of chips, etc. because of less water. Can you suggest how public can contribute to this problem?
What is the question?
Sir?
Bangalore is?
Bangalore is losing many projects like manufacturing of chips, etc.
Hmm.
Because of less water. Can you suggest how public can contribute to this problem?
Manufacturing chips means?
That is diodes, chips. That I think he is telling about the what you call
Recent floods, sir.
no, sir. Industrial areas, they are lack of water. So these industries are not coming up in Bangalore. They are leaving and going for other states. That's what he is telling.
See, the government of Karnataka has provided a lot of support for the industries. That is the first requirement. It has given actually everybody. But only thing is, wherever there is a shortage of water, definitely it will be supported by the government.
Sir, tomorrow's slide, sir.
Yeah. Just for information, tomorrow again there is one more interesting topic and sustainable construction with efficient usage of water, because water is required for the mankind, even industries and survival of all, because we should know how to save water. Is a natural resources. Therefore, there is one more eminent speaker, Dr. Rajendra Kalbavi, is Executive Director, Dakshina Kannada Nirmiti Kendra, Suratkal. Tomorrow, I request all the participants and join with short time. Another 4 or 5 guest lectures are there that will be shared one by one. Now, if any questions are there, we'll go for the question or we'll close the session. Sanat?
Sir?
Still some members are there. Any queries are there?
No, sir.
Huh?
No, sir. No, sir.
Lalit Kaushik, you refer the Shaw, Kale and Patki author. It is available in Lakshmi Publications at Tata Mackerel. That is the best book for building planning. Because many of the universities, many of